Sinners, a biblical breakdown you might have missed. Today we take a spiritual journey, a biblical walkthrough of the movie Sinners, starring Michael B. Jordan. You might have seen the action, the drama, and the horror, but what you may have missed was the spiritual warfare happening behind every scene. Let's start with the last scene after the first set of credits. Stack and Mary walk into the old juke joint, now dimmer, quieter. There, they meet an older Sammy. It might seem like just another closing scene, but spiritually, it echoes the Book of Enoch 10:9-11. And to Gabriel said the Lord, proceed against the bastards and the reprobates, and against the children of fornication, and destroy the children of fornication, and the children of the watchers from amongst men, and cause them to go forth. Send them one against the other, that they may destroy each other in battle. For length of days shall they not have, and no request that they, i.e. their fathers, make of thee, shall be granted unto their fathers on their behalf, for they hope to live an eternal life, and that each one of them will live 500 years. And the Lord said unto Michael, Go, bind Semjaza and his associates, who have united themselves with women, so as to have defiled themselves with them in all their uncleanness. Like in the movies The Old Guard, Hancock, and even Sinners, there are beings, fallen and bound, yet still walking the earth. Their lives may stretch centuries, but not eternity. In this movie, Remick is one of them, a spirit damned, but still walking the earth. Sin opens the door. Notice everyone in the juke joint has a vice: lust, greed, pride, wrath. These sins become doorways. The demon couldn't enter unless invited, and it's sin that rolls out the red carpet. Matthew 12:43-45, KJV. When the unclean spirit is gone out of a man, he saith, I will return into my house, and taketh with himself 7 other spirits more wicked than himself. What we did, they can't ever know. Mary's adultery with Stack wasn't just betrayal, it was an invitation. Her guilt and continued sin gave the demons legal access, and they came back stronger. Death follows sin. Sammy's innocence. Sammy was once innocent, untainted, and that's exactly why Remick wanted him. Not the sinners already marked, but the ones still clean. 1 Peter 5:8-10. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. Give me Sammy, and I'll leave the rest of you alone. To take the innocent is a bigger spiritual trophy than any corrupt soul. Divine intervention.
Our Father, which art in heaven.
At first you think the Lord's Prayer is being mocked, but then smoke strikes, and you realize God is always on time. Remick doesn't die. He's taken in a swirl of fire. That's key. Enoch 10:9-10. Throw them into the fire and let them burn forever. They are eternal, not immortal. God's creations now fallen. His children, the vampires, they die by the lake, when the sun rises. Zechariah 14:9, 11-12, KJV. And this shall be the plague, their flesh shall consume away while they stand. The rising sun equals the sun, Christ. Light returns, and darkness flees. The fallen musician. Remick might be more than a demon. He could be Lucifer himself, the fallen chief musician. Ezekiel 28:13. The workmanship of thy tabrets and of thy pipes was prepared in thee. Isaiah 14:12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? The sons of the morning sang to God every morning like a choir. Ironically, it is music that gets them over all. We must be certain what we listen to, as music can heal or curse. Each genre in the bar, decades of temptation, a soundtrack of seduction. And now, Sammy plays his final note of innocence. Final deal. That $200 wasn't kindness, it was currency for the contract. When Sammy walked out of that church, Stack and Smoke sealed Sammy. It was now up to him. You don't have long. Smoke waited until the twilight of Sammy's life to collect. Ending and future hint. Smoke sees his wife and child in a vision but wakes up alive. Smoke is in between realms, and there is no final indignation that he crossed over to the other side. Don't be surprised. There could be a Sinners 2, with a whole new spiritual war on a whole new level. Thanks for watching, and remember to like, subscribe, and share for more insights. See you next time.